heard of street.
Damn, niggas really don't care.
Who, sir?
Niggas really don't care no more. That's crazy.
Care about what?
Let's see, this paperwork shit been floating around for months. For months. The minute I make a comment, I see like, oh shit, this shit grew wings. But it's been floating around for months.
Niggas who keep saying they go by street codes and all that other shit, and then they get into this media space and all that, they start doing some real sucker shit. The person being spoken on is a nigga I fuck with and love, so I don't like that. If he can't speak, then somebody gotta speak for him. So some of the shit you niggas is doing is some sucker shit.
You would think me not saying anything specific would be enough for niggas to be like, okay, we can't really say what he's saying. But motherfuckers took that shit and ran with it. And before I see any other media niggas wild out and do something stupid or say something stupid, I'm letting y'all know now. I don't have no animosity towards Surf to be out here putting that tag on a nigga. I don't do that. It's not my style. I deal in facts. I like to show up with facts.
Can this happen?
Here we go. Can this happen?
Security!
Here we go.
You choke every battle. You're trash.
It's an AP.
I can speak for myself. Like, he didn't do me dirty.
Welcome back and what's good? This is the Furious Robinson podcast and I'm your host, Furious, your curator of conversation, wordsmith aficionado, voted most likely to be trending down the timeline. Hit the like button early, drop a comment for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel. This is a Sick Times media production. You see the planes. This was a gross level of unverified social media speculation from Math Hoffa. Yes, the proverbial Chatty Patty. Yes, we're back to it because you have a massive voice and a massive platform. For you to say you didn't understand who you were in the space makes no sense to me, but we gonna get into it. We gonna unpack the gems of street ninja babble in real time.
When you're a giant, sometimes I forget how hard I've worked to get to a level that when I say something, it can become a headline, or somebody can take a clip and use that, and this shit can go viral. Sometimes I really just be thinking I'm regular Joe out here. You dig what I'm saying? And when you're talking to this camera, sometimes shit echoes.
Because if you really don't live by these street codes, and I'm not saying Math is or is not a street dude, I'm saying, yo, you have a viable business to protect. I'm always talking business. You have a viable business to protect. Why are you speaking about Tsu Surf getting out of jail if you really don't have any animosity there? You said it yourself. There's no smoke there. Then why have his name in your mouth? These guys scare me.
Most of the shit is really none of our business. People are saying he that.
So it's wicked to me outside because I can take it off Tsu Surf's case. This has nothing to do with street codes and all of that. I'm not getting into that. I'm talking about the accountability that Math Hoffa now holds as being someone in media. Yes, you can't turn commentary into controversy and then that controversy get turned into clickbait and then you think you can backpedal. It doesn't work like that because when you wake it up on my expert opinion and say the streets don't care anymore, they don't care. Who is they and what should they care about?
I can't be the only nigga.
Yeah, you're the only nigga. Keep it that way.
I can't be
DNA
the only nigga.
the only nigga to do what happened?
Right.
All right, I'm gonna just keep it to myself. I'm gonna just keep it to myself.
What are you talking about?
Damn, that's crazy.
Hmm?
Okay. Is that
you
you
know what you're talking
know?
Oh,
You know?
I think I know what you're talking about too.
There's still rules, right? There's still rules.
This is your time as someone in media, someone with a platform, someone with a voice to wake it up and actually unpack the situation and give your listeners context. But no, we dealing with street ninjas. They got to be subliminal. They got to take shots on the low. And then when they get essentially caught, I don't want to say this is caught, But this is you being a chatty patty, and now the streets taking your words and implying that you're calling Tsu Surf a snitch or a rat. When you didn't see any paperwork, you didn't unpack it on my expert opinion, but you used it to chase clout, talking to Easy to Block Captain, and this is where it gets sick to me outside.
I want y'all to understand. One, I never said Tsu Surf is a rat. Two, I never said Tsu Surf is a snitch. So when y'all put these titles up, talk about I'm implying that, I know what I was talking about. Unfortunately, y'all didn't. I know what I was talking about.
And this is the tough thing. When people want to come off as right, they're never going to take accountability. Just because you did not call him a snitch or a rat, you still implied it. So that's why I don't even respect a lot of this, because they'll say things knowing it'll go viral, knowing they have a large media platform.
No, that's not what I was implying. Take it down. Take it down.
Because this is why I don't respect a lot of street ninja babble. Because they'll know that, yo, I have a massive platform. I have 1 million subscribers on YouTube. At the peak of my YouTube, I was making $212K a month. How did I do that? No, not by keeping it coy, calm, and copacetic. No, I woke it up. And what Math is doing here is getting back into that algorithm. Now, the way he's doing it is, in the sense, very chatty patty-ish. So I wouldn't advise this, but at the end of the day, you cannot backpedal in this type of fashion. It looks crazy.
I don't have no animosity towards Surf to be out here putting that tag on a nigga. I don't do that. I don't do that. It's not my style. I deal in facts. I like to show up with facts.
You can't teach me anything. He tried to turn this into a teachable moment. It's not a teachable moment. You just need to be quiet. If you don't want to give up all the information, if you're going to talk in subliminals on a podcast to millions of people, you might as well just be quiet. You might as well not say anything at all, especially if you don't even know these humans. You speaking on people you don't even know. It's not your business. So at the end of the day, this is not a philosophy class. This is simple and basic accountability. Math could have easily said, yo, I overstepped. I've been looking at this paperwork for 5 months. It's not my business. I'm going to stay out of it until Surf is home. And if he wants to come on the platform and wake it up on his own accord, we could do that. But I'm not speaking on another grown man. Nope.
First and foremost, my heart goes out to Tsu Surf moms, his loved ones. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure these headlines and shit that's going on is the last thing that you want to see. And I'm bothered by my involvement in the whole situation. You know, there was times that I found myself in the system.
These dudes will be behind the scenes reading all the paperwork. These ops, they all ops. They don't like each other. These are industry ties, because throughout this whole entire backpedal that Math did on IG Live, he keeps saying the paperwork has been out for 5 months. By you saying that, I can imply that you think even there's something there. That shouldn't even be your sentiment. Your sentiment should be, yo, I don't know about any paperwork. I have nothing to do with that situation. If Tsu Surf wants to come on my expert opinion and give his own valid reasoning for the paperwork, that's cool. But you implying that there's paperwork out there, and just because Math said it, now it's no, brother. You don't understand the power of your voice, and I get that. But when you double down, here's the stupid part to me. I'm not calling Math stupid. What he's doing in this video is very haphazard to his brand.
But in the meantime, don't put no words in my mouth. Don't put no words in my mouth. Please. Don't put no words in my mouth.
You're speaking on something you know nothing about. If you know something about it, wake it up as a media personality. If you don't know anything about it, just keep it on the low, because every time you repeat, he's not a snitch or he's not a rat, instantly people are going to think he's a rat and a snitch. Every time you bring up paperwork, it's like, bro, it's like, yo, you're not starting the fire, but you're pointing out where the gas is. You see other people with lighters, you're like, yo, the gas over there, bro. I ain't gonna light it, but you could light it. Like, come on, bro. We gotta live in reality. This is why a lot of this to me be internet chat and COE.
I want y'all to understand. One, I never said Tsu Surf is a rat. Two, I never said Tsu Surf is a snitch. So when y'all put these titles up, talk about, I'm implying that, I know what I was talking about. Unfortunately, y'all did it. I know what I was talking about.
Gotta respect the strategy in these pseudo facts. Because at the end of the day, we all understand that my expert opinion was going through some troubles. You know, the lights went off, the co-host left.
A lot of the deals and the situations that I got involved in weren't sound paperwork-wise. Paperwork-wise, it wasn't sound. It was more of like, you know, I trust you, we're going to do this. I trust you, we're going to do this. You know what I'm saying? There's always been some sort of pushback. There's always been like an issue, or you know, even up to recently when we've been going through all this stuff.
So Math might have been going through some rough times. I get it. So he has to get back on pace to really getting back to that 2.4 million that he finessed them boys out of, and we gonna get to that as well. Another video coming soon. Just wait on it. So when I look at Math, I'm saying, oh, you're playing algorithm games. You trying to run it up. I see you, because now once Tsu Surf jumps out, he has to speak on this situation because you've opened the room for interpretation. As a non-street ninja, as a civilian, I don't know if Tsu Surf is a snitch, a rat, in jail, got paperwork, is free, is cool with Math, is not. All I see is the clips. So when I see the clips and then I do my own research and do my own homework, I'm like, oh, okay, there's nothing out there. Who do I go to next? I go to the biggest voices in the space. Okay, what are they saying? Does it make sense? Okay, cool. So Math Hoffa is waking up. Tsu Surf might have some 5-month paperwork. Okay, cool. Easy Block Captain is on the pod.
I can't be the only nigga.
Yeah, you're the only nigga. Keep it
I
that way.
can't be the
DNA
only
too.
nigga.
The only nigga to do what happened?
Right.
All right, I'm gonna just keep it to myself. I'm gonna just keep it to
What
myself.
are you talking about?
Damn, that's crazy. You
Oh.
know, okay? Is that,
said you
you
know what he's
know,
talking
you know,
Oh,
you know.
I think I know what you're talking about too.
There's still rules, right? There's still rules.
Now, it's all good and dandy. Tsu Surf gets brought up. It gets weird when you say the streets don't care anymore. Like, they not respecting the street codes that maybe when you was a youngin' you grew up by. Because I know Math intertwines podcasting and street culture. Dame Dash does it as well. They go back and forth between wanting to put hands on you because you said something and understand that they're worth multi-millions of dollars, so they can't. And that's a stretch in itself, but all I'm saying is they understand the value and worth of their brand and they aren't ready to crash out just yet. But they play with it. They play with the mental crash out in their mind.
You would think me not saying anything specific would be enough for niggas to be like, okay, we can't really say what he's saying. But motherfuckers took that shit and ran with it. And before I see any other media niggas wild out and do something stupid or say something stupid, I'm letting y'all know now. He wasn't responding to me. The paperwork been out. I knew that.
We can't continue to blame the blogs. We can't continue to blame the Clippers. If it's coming out of your mouth, I'm expecting you to stand on it. If you're not standing on it, you a chatty patty. If you not saying some of these things outwardly knowing you gonna get some kickback and some feedback off of the babble, you might as well not even wake it up. And I can give Math a little bit of grace and play devil's advocate, sure. People clip up and run with headlines and titles every single day. But this isn't Math's first rodeo. So I'm expecting him to just know a little bit better on how fast people will run with these headlines. So when you jump online and take no accountability for your actions, knowing the platform that you have, that's where it becomes sick to me. So I get it. The internet is going to internet, but at the same time, if you're really the man that you say you are, if you really live by some of these street codes, you would have already known not to bring this up on your multi-listener, multi-million-dollar branded podcast.
Most of the shit is really none of our business. People are saying he that.
The truth does not matter when the lie is more entertaining. Tsu Surf being a snitch is more entertaining. Tsu Surf being a rat and having paperwork, that's more entertaining, and math understands that. So the fact that we continue to play word salad, yo, I'm here to wake it up. If you speaking into these microphones, if you giving takes, bring context, bring facts, because ninjas like me are going to find it, find the true context, find the true research, and wake it up on you. Now, this has nothing to do with math at the end of the day, because a lot of these street dudes live by this same rhetoric. They'll say things into the void, speak on other ninjas' names, and then when the other ninjas start to call them out, when the other ninjas start to hold them accountable, oh, bruh, my bad, I'm sorry. Hope your family is good. I hope everything is... Come on, brother. What are we doing here? This is the sick and nastiest thing I've seen in a long time. But I gracefully digress. I know math spoke to arguing or debating with Zip with the drip or whatever the case may be around this whole situation. But I'm looking at this as street ninja word salad, talking out the side of your neck, and the proverbial chatty patty of podcasting at this very moment when we do things like this. But you let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. This is a Sick Times Media production. Stay dangerous.